Men get no respect in America. So Megan Thee Stallion, aka Tina Snow, posted a picture of a meme. I guess it's the Oscars or one of those award shows, and it's some woman who's pointing, right? And it says interviewer. So this is the interviewer speaking to Megan Thee Stallion. Do you feel like you're an object to men? And then Megan replies, first of all, men are objects to me. Megan Thee Stallion reposted that on Instagram and said, and don't you blinking forget it. Misandry or misogyny against men is a huge thing in America. And it's just completely accepted. Nobody cares. Nobody really thinks about it. People just go with the flow. And it's something beyond disrespect. It's like men's minds, lives, hearts, nothing. None of it matters. Men are expected to be without emotions, emotionless, until it benefits a woman. Then all of a sudden, we're supposed to bring the emotions out of nowhere and care for them, even though under normal circumstances, we're basically told that crying is not permitted. You're not supposed to raise your voice. That could be considered toxic masculinity. If you're crying, you're weak. There's pretty much nothing you can do other than just to sit there or stand there with a blank expression on your face and just take everything. Take physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. Back in the day on talk shows, if a man stepped out of the marriage, they would say it's his fault. That's fine. But then when the woman would step out, they would say it's still his fault because he just must have not done something right. There was something that he was lacking. And, basically it's not the woman's fault at the end of the day. The men still got the blame. In most divorces, the woman ends up with the children. Women can divorce a man and get the house, get half of what he earned because she was just there physically. Even if she was just semi there. As a woman becomes pregnant, she can have the baby regardless of what the man wants. And he's stuck with the bill. He's stuck with child support because it's like, hey, look, buddy, you should have done something different. You should have made sure she didn't get pregnant. So it's your fault. Women have all different types of birth control and all other types of options. Abortion, adoption. They can abandon the child at like a police station, outside of a church. You know what I mean? Just dump the baby off wherever. These are the types of options that she has as a female. Rights. Rights which are exclusive to her. And then women get minority benefits where Megan Thee Stallion would actually be considered a double minority, even though there's more women than men. So how could women be the minorities when there's slightly more women than men? Yeah, doesn't make any sense. But women have all types of advantages, but then they'll still turn around and say that there's double standards against them, which is pretty much not true. There's just a lot of complaining. Women are just not even appreciative of what men do. The sacrifices that men have made, risking their lives every day, even if it's a bump in the night at the house. Let me go investigate that. I'm the man. Let me put myself in harm's way. Like there's just so much that men do. It's like what do men get out of it? If you're lucky, you might get like the big piece of meat when you sit down at the table. But nowadays, the way that these women are, they even want that too. I mean, what do you really get? Some woman who's been tossed around, shared by a bunch of men, some kids that aren't yours. A lot of these women don't cook, they don't clean. It's like, and then to top it all, men are pressured to be married. And it's like, well, what are the benefits for me? And then it's like, for you, well, as a man, you get to take care of a woman. You get to give to her. That's how you benefit from it. And then some people say, well, you see, women give birth to all of us. Yeah, for now. Science is about to change that. But you can go ahead and throw that point out there. Women give birth to all of us. Now, this is interesting because a lot of women have chosen to not have children for one reason or another. So are they included in that? Do they get to have special privileges and credit for something that they're not even doing? And then a lot of these people who will say something like that will also say that the world is overpopulated. Okay, so are we going to blame women since they're the ones giving birth to us? No, let me guess. It's men's fault because men impregnate women, right? It's not like people get pregnant together. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's men impregnating women when you want to use it in a negative way. It's just like if two people have a child and the child turns out great, it's like, oh, look what the mother did. Then the child turns out terrible. The father wasn't there. The father didn't do this, that, and the third right. And it's like, come on, man. Like men are treated like as if we're just nothing in this country. And then some of these women would then turn around and be like, you know what? Women are suffering somewhere. Somewhere there's a woman being oppressed. Somewhere in another country. On another continent. However, it's happening. So I guess you guys are paying for it here. It's in reverse here. We want equality. And when we say equality, we mean dominance and tangible benefits for being born female. All I know is this. If somebody said what Megan Thee Stallion said on social media, who happened to be born male, it would be a headline. Even if it didn't make it to the print papers, at least online, that person would basically be boiled alive. He would be destroyed. People would be talking about canceling him. You know, people would be calling him sexist, misogynist, whatever. Just a lot of different names. But since Megan Thee Stallion is a female, she'll get away with it like they always do, at least for now. Until something changes. And as you can see, she thinks it's funny. She thinks it's a joke that men are treated like nothing. And that's the modern day feminist. To just walk all over men and then turn around and play a victim when it's convenient for you. And I don't care how beautiful Megan Thee Stallion is or how big them cheeks are and all of that fine. I don't even care. What she said was wrong. But anyways, just because I think she's wrong, just because I think she's a heifer doesn't mean you feel the same way. You might feel differently about it for whatever reason. So I need you to sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it all below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and click the notification button. When you click that notification bell, you'll receive alerts that it'll basically make a sound and pop up on your screen. You'll be notified when new videos get posted, and that way you can come back and listen to me again and again and comment and enjoy Meat Magazine, aka Meat Magadaddy. Now, I just want to say this before I go, okay? I'm not hating on Megan Thee Stallion. I know that she's a good rapper. I mean, she's obviously a very attractive woman. I've posted more than one video about her before, and I've definitely been over at her Instagram with bins full of empty lotion bottles just littered everywhere when I was done. So I'm not even gonna try to front. But what she said was wrong. Very, very wrong. Can't co-sign it, can't condone it. I have to call out this double standard, man. If I said the same thing, people would be so mad at me. They'd be like, me, how dare you? So gotta call it the way it is.